What is going on, YouTube? So coming back today with my Cleveland Cavaliers basketball preview for 2016-2017. So this is going to be the 6th preview in the series right now. Just got done with the Sixers one earlier today. So, let's hop right into it. So, again, kind of recap what I'm going to be doing for this one. I've got 3 key players to talk about for the Cavaliers, and then I've also got my 2 X factors, best case, worst case scenario, and then record prediction. So 2 X factors. First one is continued domination of the East. This is a team that's won the East for 2 straight years. They finished first in the last year, granted by I think only 1 game, but still, the Raptors were the only team that really gave them any sort of competition, as the Raptors lost in 6 games. So, the East is improving a little bit, I think. I think the Raptors are about the same, maybe a little bit better. I also think the Celtics and Pacers are a lot better than they were last year. So, again, something to watch out for. Next X factor is make good use of depth players. They didn't add a whole lot of depth this offseason, but some of their moves they made, like, low-key, I liked a lot. Adding James Jones, another player that's played with LeBron before. Granted, he's a little bit far down on the depth chart. Birdman Anderson, again, another guy that's thrived with LeBron before. Kay Felder, I love that pickup in the draft. I think he's going to be solid this year. And then not to mention my favorite one, basically getting Mike Dunleavy for free. Just adding another sharpshooter to a team that's already a pretty good 3-point shooting team is just an absolutely great add that the Bulls just had to dump him off to just to be able to get Dwayne Wade. So my first key player, and I know this might sound like a weird one, but Tristan Thompson. He had a good year last year, a great offensive rebounder. But I hope he continues to form into a complete player, because if he does, then their lineups are really scary. Obviously, J.R. Smith was signed right now. I wouldn't really put him as a key player, but I think he's got to be big this year when they get him re-signed. But again, Thompson I think he'll have a fantastic year. But the big contract he got, a year, 2 years ago. I think he needs to show that he really, really does deserve that. Granted, I think he already did to some degree. Next one, Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving had a big progression last year, I think. He showed in the Olympics, too, that I think he's reached a whole new level of maturity. I think he's starting to really reach that peak that a lot of people expected him to when he was drafted first overall. I believe it was, back in 2011 or 2012. But, again, this is a guy that's, we were kind of waiting for him to break out. I mean, he's been a star in the league, but everyone expected him to really be a superstar. And, he's put up some good numbers. I mean, granted, even his second year in the league, putting up 22, 23 points a game, that's definitely not a bad number. Last year, really had a fantastic season. His 3-point shooting definitely decreased a little bit, went back down to 32% when he's about a career 39 or 38% 3-point shooter. You hope to see that number go back up. But like I said, I think this guy reached a new level of maturity, especially in the playoffs. He didn't play a full season last year, missed some games to injury, but I think having the steady hand of LeBron there really going to help him out a lot. And then next one, Kevin Love. Kevin Love, I think, has got to have another. He was hot in the playoffs when they ran through the East. Had a little bit of struggles in the finals, but again, I think you got to find a little bit more consistency. This year was better than last year for him, or this past year was better than his first season with the Cavaliers, where he really struggled. But again, I think it'll get better for him by year, as I think he might still be adjusting to the new role, completely different than the one he had in Minnesota. So, talking about a team last year that was 57-25, like I said, edged out the Raptors by 1 game. For me, the worst case scenario, and honestly not that bad, I think, is losing in the Eastern Conference Finals. I just think they're too good. I think having LeBron there at this point in his career, it's just, and all the talent beside him, I think that it's just hard to picture them not getting past the Eastern Conference Finals. Best case scenario, obviously winning the NBA Finals again. And then my overall record prediction for the Cleveland Cavaliers, I think it's going to be around the same of what they did last year, but I'm going to say 58-24. So right now I think that would put the Cavaliers at 1, around the Celtics at 2, and then the Raps at 3. I think all 3 teams are going to be good, and then the Pacers. And then I think there's going to be quite a big drop-off between those 4 teams and then the 5th best team. I think you're looking maybe like the Pistons, Knicks, Hornets, maybe some of the teams that are around that next area. Heat, maybe Bulls, some of the teams like that, around 5 to 8. But like I said, that'll pretty much do it for this preview. Pretty simple one. Like I said, Cavs, a little bit of change in the offseason. Like I said, I really like the depth they added. They really didn't lose anything big. They've still got to re-sign JR, but I think they're going to end up getting that done before the season comes around. But anyway, that's pretty much it. See ya.